The way that these guys push narratives is fucking sickening. Hip-hop is back, bro. Lyrics are in. I can feel the shift, bro. I don't know about you. Okay, if that's the case, then why didn't you react to a single album that Boldy James put out this year?
I'm in Hell's Kitchen, press shifting, spot you with the work. We be dead living.
Damn, I'm in Hell's Kitchen.
My name was Furious. If you ever been took down and we can't take you serious. When you breaking that shit down, you gotta pay the clearances.
Some full albums like Manger on McNichols, the whole thing is riddled with amazing storytelling, and I really don't think he gets the credit for that aspect of his music. He gets credit for being a great street rapper, great street lyricist, like I already brought up, but he's such a vivid and detailed storyteller, and tracks like this prove that, and I'm loving it.
Sliding up the mall with this Drake behind mirror tint. Niggas say they rolling loud, but I can't even hear the shit.
What do you say? What do you say?
When you breaking that shit down, you gotta pay the clearances.
When he put out 6. How come no one talked about Larry June and 2 Chainz album?
I hate these fucking people so much. Hold on, let me mute myself. My bad.
Matthew.
Bitch on my phone, told her chill. Take it easy. Blue tips busting out the end, but the cater please.
I'm self-made, made to influence. I turn your castle into a ruin. Sell it a season in the Martha Stewart.
Not the thick bitch from the A, Decatur Bees. Like a rock band to the clip drop on an ATV in my Gucci fly.
Day when I woke up, I ate lobster. Say she wanna drink my keys. Foster. Everything I do is real, be colossal.
We an ass pimp. There's a cabin. We be capping. I be mashed. Bitch shake son. Bitch make son. Bitch awake son.
Whoa, Matthew.
We the generation got these kids all on the dirty Sprite. We the generation got them on the Perkies every night. We the generation got them on the switches, kill on sight. We the generation.
What about the LP that Nems dropped? Busta Rhymes dropped an EP. Never heard anyone talk about that. What about Jim Jones? He dropped an album. What about Currency and Harry Fraud?
Hold up.
I feel like we always get just really smooth Miami vibe type samples behind his music. Specifically with Harry Fraud, I feel like him and Harry Fraud just really match each other's vibes very well.
What about Young Buck's new album? Smoke DZA, he dropped the tape. Wait, so if you're so for the culture and representing the culture, why didn't you talk about KRS-One's album? Let's go to the other side of it. What about...
You want to talk for the culture?
Never, always pushing for the doubt. Hit a left and a right fist right to their mouth. I was never cocky figure till I started stacking figures. How you make a cocky nigga give him all the traffic? Always humble, but I got a couple bad habits. Set the numbers adding zeros to these mathematics. Get you talking different, walking like you gangbang.
Salute to the gang, man. Salute to the Ville. Drop a like, drop a comment. 30 for 30, we back with it, man. Listen, it's nice outside, but we back to it. I do this for y'all. Hey, yo, Matthew, you don't seem to learn, gang. And I don't know what I gotta do, gang. What do I gotta do to get it through this, boy? All right, yo, gang. You from the land of Canada. Salute to my Canadians, but you up in the mountains, gang. You don't come from this, all right? You from the white Caucasus Mountains of Canada, that Canada. Like, you from there, gang. Like, you not from here. So how can you tell us anything about the culture not being back? You not from here. You want to... Listen, I know you're mad. Drake is not number one. What did I miss? I missed the number one. And now it went down to number 8. And next week it'll be a number 23. And the week after that, because nobody cares about the car accident after they already seen it. We already heard it. It's already a sound that he's already delivered. We are not in 2016. We are in 2025, gang. So that's why you mad. You mad because your boy just keeps losing. And no matter what content you drop, no matter how many edits, no matter how many things you put together, gang, it will never be enough. There's no more narratives. The age of you nerds, you kamikanis, yo, the age of that is over. We outside now. We outside and inside. We outside and inside now. We can tell the stories. We from this. We from here. No matter what shade, all the people that I highlighted, they're from here. They can talk that. Whether you from Detroit, Chicago, LA, Texas, Miami, wherever you from, Tennessee, Georgia, yo, you could talk that. You know why? Because there's HUDs in all those places. You can talk that if you from this. Do you understand that? That is the culture. The culture has transcended globally. It's allowed everybody to sit there and express themselves, be who they really are. That's what hip hop has done. Now you want to talk about records and all of that and completely negate the fact that this is run by radio plays and industry still. Underground is still underground. It is still moving and shaking and working. If you don't think people are not talking about these albums, it's because you're not of the culture. Why haven't you covered any of the albums? You want to talk about us and all the content creators that sit there and cover all the bullshit that Drake does. Or when we cover something monumental like Clips getting back together after years. And not only them getting back together, Malice. We never thought Malice was coming back. Pharrell jumping back into the production. We haven't seen Pharrell do production like this in years. Do you understand that? Like we waiting for Andre 3000 to come back outside. He playing flute somewhere. We are of the culture. Do you understand that? We don't got to sit here. We understand how content works. We understand it's not about the money. Do you understand? Like I can't speak for every other content creator, but I can speak for us here over here in the Ville. Us who's been sitting here and promoting underground artists. We've been speaking about Larry June. Salute to T and salute to Sphinx who have sat here and put me on to artists like Larry June. Thomas constantly giving me new artists. Yo, listen to this guy. Sphinx, EBK Jabo. Free EBK. I don't know if he's free yet. But before he popped off, we were sitting here playing his music videos when they were at 10K, 20K, 30K. And now they're sitting in at millions. Of course, you're not going to notice because you're not of the culture. You clout bait. Your peers are academics. Your peers is Poetic Flacco. Your peers are people that clout bait titles and do shit for clout. They don't do things for the culture. Academics has his place there. Poetic Flacco just got here. And you see his titles. It's the same thing with you. You do the same exact thing. You've created whole narratives off the platform that you've built. You've built it off narrative building. Not of culture. Not of you sitting here. Listen, the question to you is, can you do a live, all right, and take all these albums and I want to hear you rapping and quoting these albums that you sitting there talking about. And out of all, did you like Google this? Did you go to ChatGPT and just say, hey, can you list me all the 2025 albums? And you just started going to Google and clipping up everything because this shit is simple. It's remedial. Matthew, it's remedial, gang. I got your shit figured out. I can do it. You got to know where your lane is at, gang. You got to know where you at. You're not of this. You're not for this. So for you to say that you're going to call it out, first of all, not only is the fact that you're not from here work against you, not only does that work against you, but gang, your whole complexion, your whole history, it works against you. You're a good kid. You were raised, I don't know if you were raised by both your parents, but I'm pretty sure your moms let you do whatever the hell you wanted. Your claim to fame, before you got over here to YouTube, was sitting there, you know what I'm saying, raising seedlings in the woods. You're not a hustler. You're not about this. You're the dude that would get drunk and gets a little mouthy, you know what I'm saying, and we would just smack dog fire shit out your ass. And not think twice about it. The only thing that I got a problem with that you did not point out of the whole video is why the fuck is Mims' album $71? Like, yo, can we talk about that? I missed that. Mims. Yo, gang, that was like $15, gang. Like, the album was $15, gang. Like, 71? Deluxe? Nah, Mims. You're not from this, Matthew. You're not from this. That video, you know what I'm saying? You do this shit because you know what's going to get people talking. And maybe now you're paying attention to those of us who are actually covering this the way that it's supposed to. We're not faceless, all right? We don't sit here and hide behind voices and none of that. You see me clear. Like there's no mistaking who's talking to you, who's delivering the message. It's Liddy, gang. Fix your face. We here. We not going nowhere. And I know you see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. But see, maybe my complexion doesn't resonate with you. Maybe because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not from the Caucasus Mountains. Maybe that does not resonate with you. So let me holler at, you know what I'm saying, Billy, and you know what I'm saying, Becky, you know what I'm saying? Let me let them explain it to you. Because if I can't get it through to your head, maybe they can.
We talked about Clip's new album, right? I wonder why. Because it had a massive Rock Nation push, one of the biggest industry pushes we've seen in years, and that you'll actually make fucking money if you talk about this? Again, because you care so much about hip-hop, you gotta talk about Drake's new tracks or anything he does and talk about how it's totally not hip-hop, right?
Nah, man. Yo, somebody slap this.
Yet, because you represent hip-hop so fully, you got to talk about Drake's lawsuit and how that's not hip-hop. But now all of a sudden, real hip-hop is back, right? It's a bunch of malarkey.
You want to talk for the culture? Let's use your boy Drake.
Matthew, I get it. I'm just a kid from the hood. You out in the woods, in the wilderness of Canada. Alright, so maybe, maybe let some of the whites from here tell it. Alright, Matt?
Punch was coaching him how to get through this. Like, if you're gonna do and you're gonna take this shot at Drake, which is incredible, you will never find another
rapper. They come up with this plan, this whole little
that
plan
will set Kendrick apart.
It's like Ocean's 11.
It is.
But it's TDE,
and
they're taking back rap. It's so cool. They performed a heist.
They did. They performed a heist.
Walked out with the safe.
Yep. Walked out with the safe. Yep. They did that. Punch played Phil Jackson in my early practices. Strategies on how to be great amongst the averages. Strategizing on how to do something that no one else
has done. So think about that. Like,
what is the thing?
This is what sets him aside from everybody else. This is why he says that he's the best.
Tell me why you think you deserve to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Because you should be asking me.
Yeah.
Because I pulled this thing off and I haven't gotten my credit yet.
Yeah.
And once he gets his credit, you'll never be able to take it from him.
And that's why Kendrick's peers celebrate him as the best versus Drake. Drake has to convince you that he's the best, but Kendrick is exalted as the best. Like his peers.
Like Pusha T saying, how can you right your wrongs when you don't even write your songs when he was going at Drake?
Like
how Eminem.
The artists know, the
real artists see this.
See what he did back then, and we've been able to find, and if you haven't seen that, you should go look at Anthony's TikTok, because he breaks down like how
Eminem knows,
tips his hat at what Kendrick did.
Yep.
And that was way back in like 2013, 2014.
Yeah. So Eminem peeped it right away. So it's like,
and in the Pusha T Infrared song, he tips his hat to Kendrick.
Yep. Like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
the heart part 3. Go ahead.
So then Kendrick just starts about, truthfully.
So now we're going back. We were at the heart part 6. Now we're bouncing back to the
mirror
heart part 3.
images.
Yeah.
The heart part 3, he continues by saying, truthfully, I just started rapping to get away. I never thought your favorite rapper would want a verse.
Yeah.
Not my favorite rapper, yours.
So industry's chosen
and at the
number
time,
1 rapper.
And at that time, it was Drake. And Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. And honestly, Drake was getting so much push. Like, I remember the Sprite commercial with LeBron, and you couldn't go anywhere without hearing a Drake song. So he's saying I never thought your favorite rapper would want a verse from me. My fella got hit 25 times with a K.
Yeah. So the theory is that when you get into the industry, you have to give verses. You have to give songs
Gotta give some work over.
You have to give some work over to Drake, you know, and that's your
or
in.
the chosen artist.
Or
like
the
this has
chosen
been the
artist.
formula, right?
Yeah, this has been the formula. So he's saying, like, I didn't know that I was gonna have to ghostwrite for Drake, but
if I'm
hey,
gonna do it, I'm gonna get him to say some really stupid shit.
yeah, my
'cause
fella
he's
got
so
hit
dumb.
25 times with a K,
Yup.
like an AK, or like a K, like Kendrick.
Like a Kendrick,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he gave him a verse, but it was an assassination.
Yes. Make the decision, ride the beat or ride in the hearse. Like, he was either going to have to decide to go through with this or die.
Or like that's the end of his career, right?
Mhm.
So then we get back into the heart part six, okay? Creatively, I move on with new concepts in reach. Top, remember all them sessions we would strategize? They're strategizing together. This is the strategy, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I have to ghostwrite for Drake. Okay, so how am I going to set myself apart from everybody else?
Yep.
Okay, so then they say, you know what? Since you have to write for this guy and he calls himself a rapper, what if you got him to diss himself? What if you dissed him on his record, then you came back and had him diss himself on your record, and then you wrote a verse for him over on A$AP Rocky's album,
record.
and he dissed himself on that record too?
Yep.
What would that do? That would probably put you in the stratosphere.
Yep.
Right?
Because that has never happened before and
then
it will
he
never
goes on-
happen again.
Yeah. So this is the heart part 6. He says to hit the streets and then come back and record
Record
3
3
records. 3 records, right? The 3 records being Buried
Buried
Alive,
Alive.
Fucking Problems, Poetic Justice.
Yes.
All right, so then we get into the heart part 3. This aren't you getting excited?
And it's funny that
I'm
he
so
says,
excited.
and if you think about it too, the way he says it, like his enunciation on it, to hit the streets, come back and record 3 records.
Like he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the heart part 3, we're getting back to the heart. Like I'm getting really excited now.
Like, salute to Becky and Billy. You know what I'm saying? I said, we got it. We got it over here. We got it covered. You wouldn't know none of these things because you're not from this. You got to Google your stories. You can't move around and learn about what actually went down, how things actually happened, and see the difference between them and us is also, yo, gang, I grew up with these guys. Do you understand that? We not even years apart. It's not like I'm in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm in my 50s. None of that, bro. I'm their age. I grew up with them. I saw them when they got put on. I saw when Kenny, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, when he was Kung Fu Kenny, before he became Kendrick Lamar, like before he ascended to who he was. All right? Do you understand that? There may be some of us that are new to this game, this content game, right? There's some of us that haven't been able to maybe, you know what I'm saying, like we wasn't seeing, you know what y'all was seeing. But now we here. Now we here. So what are you gonna do to face against that? You're a nerd. You are a nerd. Revenge is over. Alright, gang, revenge is over.
Never, always pushing for the doubt. Hit a left and a right fist right to their mouth. I was never cocky figure till I started stacking figures. How you make a cocky nigga give him all the traffic? Always humble, but I got a couple bad habits. Set the numbers adding zeros to these mathematics. Get you talking different, walking like you gang banging.